Alright, what is up, everybody? Hello, hello, and welcome. How is everyone doing today? Hopefully you're doing well. I'm doing pretty good. Today is Monday, March 14th, 2016. And welcome very much to the stream. Today's stream will be Street Fighter V, and this will be the final Street Fighter V stream until the first DLC is released. So allow me to explain that, but before we get to that, I am Darkside Phil, of course, and welcome to my 4-hour gameplay stream today. Woke up this morning, feeling a little groggy, but shook that off, had a coffee. Actually, over my morning coffee, I played 2 games of Hearthstone and won, so that was nice. It's always good to have a good start to the day with 2 rip-roaring victories in Hearthstone. I'm getting much better at the game now that I've streamed it twice. People have been teaching me about it, and I've gotten much better at the game. Even at higher rankings now in ranked gameplay, I'm winning matches, which is great. But that is not the purpose of this stream. I had my morning coffee, got set up here, learned a few things this morning about stuff coming up this month. Learned that there's a Fallout 4 DLC coming March 22nd, as well as the next episode. Excuse me. The next episode of The Walking Dead Michonne will come out on the 29th. Pairing that with my coverage of games such as UFC 2, Pokken Tournament, Twilight Princess HD, my beginning gameplay of the Patron's Choice playthrough Persona 3, and at the end of the month, a marathon of platforming. This month is now incredibly stacked with stuff to do. Incredibly stacked. Like, crazy amounts of stuff to do this month. And to the point where I don't even know, I'm going to have to cram it all in because if you don't know, early in April, we hit the ground running with new stuff again. You've got Quantum Break and the new Homefront game, then Dark Souls 3. There's a new Ratchet & Clank game that I'm debating playing. Star Fox Zero, all that stuff in April. Pretty crazy month of April. That's for sure. So I've got to get through all the stuff in March before we get to April. It's going to be nuts. And it's funny because March actually looked like it was going to be a relatively dead month, but then, as usual, all this stuff gets announced. And, of course, the Street Fighter V DLC is also supposed to come out. We've got Alex, the first DLC character, the Trials and Challenges mode, the tutorial mode, and online lobbies of 8 or more, or up to 8 people, excuse me. So, pretty crazy. A pretty crazy month, right, coming up. I'm excited. We've got 16 days left. We're not even halfway through the month yet. 16 days left in March. Tons of stuff to cover. I hope that you'll be checking out all of the gameplay and videos, vlogging, edited videos, reviews, stuff that I'll be putting out this month. Tomorrow we've got UFC 2 premiering. I'll be playing that on stream. I hope you'll check that out. That's going to be fun. The last UFC game I played was quite good. And, yeah. So anyway, enough about the rest of the month. Let's talk about today. Today, Street Fighter V, the final session before Alex is released. And, over the past month, I've had ups and downs, let's put it that way. The first week of Street Fighter V, I was learning a lot, playing with various characters, and tried to learn as much and absorb as much as I could during that week, even though a lot of the times the online gameplay wasn't even working. And then they changed the matchmaking that initial weekend. So that basically you played people who were much higher ranked than you no matter what you did online. Which kind of changed the whole face of the game for me. Because normally with these fighting games, what I would do is pick new characters and mess around with them for weeks. When they did that, they immediately shut me off from doing that. Because obviously, if people have been playing the game hardcore in the beta and hardcore since day one with this, who the characters who they consider are their mains, and they've got twice as many battle points as you, if not more. Whatever the fuck they call them in this game, because I don't even know what they're called, some kind of points. You're probably not going to have a good chance trying to play with a new character that you don't know much about, right? And, that's kind of what happened. It kind of, unfortunately, isolated me from playing with the characters that maybe I wanted to learn. It's almost like the game is forcing you to play either against the AI, not AI, but the computer programmed opponents in training mode, or to play with humans offline, which is not an option for me because I don't know anyone around here who plays Street Fighter. So a much different situation than it was back in the day. You know, Street Fighter 4, I was just talking with the stream chat about this. Street Fighter 4, you didn't have all these people who were crazy into the game hardcore when it launched to the point where they learned all the competitive strategies and played it fucking crazily since day one. The matchmaking of Street Fighter 4 was different, where you could play against people of equal skill or even sometimes lesser skill than you if you were playing with new characters. And it was a much different atmosphere back then. YouTube was big, but it was just becoming big. And so you didn't have online day one coverage of these games where everyone knew every possible great strategy with every character from fucking launch. You didn't have people trying to be online warriors so they could post their videos to YouTube and stream on Twitch and make a living doing it and try to become an e-celebrity. It was a much different place and time when Street Fighter 4 launched, 7 years ago. And today it's different, a different face of gaming, right? And I think that, in a lot of ways, unfortunately, Street Fighter 5, it's a good competitive game, and it's not good for everyone else. Me, I don't play games competitively anymore. I just don't. I mean, straight up, real talk, I don't. I don't have the desire to. I don't want, as much as I could have, right? I could have dropped everything for the past month. Played none of, I could have skipped Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2, Far Cry Primal, Zelda Twilight Princess, Hitman. I could have not played Hearthstone, and all I could have played was Street Fighter 5 for the past month. And I probably would have been much better at the game. And I probably would have been, oh god, I'm so hardcore now, and look at me whooping ass online and all of that. I don't want to do that. I just don't, quite frankly. I don't. I think that, number one, playing the same game so hardcore all the time is not fun. Now, I used to do it, right? Back in the day, I was a competitive Street Fighter player. I played Street Fighter competitively throughout the 90s and the early 2000s, all the way up to around 2007. I played Street Fighter hardcore. Constantly going to arcades, going to tournaments, playing against people. And I did it for a big chunk of my life. And I'm now at the point where I realized that all that time and effort that I invested into it, I don't think it was worth it. Even though I had fun and I met a lot of people across the country, and I traveled to a lot of places, right, that I wouldn't have. It was a big time investment. It was a huge money investment. And even though it gave me it gave me my chops, my competitive gaming chops, and in a lot of ways it gave me confidence. It allowed me to do things like public speaking and live streaming and videos every day. A lot of the stuff that I do daily is because I was in the competitive Street Fighter community. That's where I kind of learned that stuff, you know what I mean? How to perform publicly. But I wouldn't want to do that again. I'm sorry, and I'm certainly not trash talking anyone who has chosen that road for their life, but I would never, at this point in my life, want to drop everything that I'm doing around me and sacrifice everything around me to become a competitive Street Fighter player again. I very much enjoy live streaming, doing vlogging, having hobbies outside of just Street Fighter, I like this. I like the variety of my life. And my YouTube presence, right? Everything I do for YouTube is so varied and wide and different. I enjoy doing that. I enjoy that much more than just focusing in on one thing. And again, if there are people out there, that's what they choose, that's fine. But I am at a point in my life where I don't feel like I have to be competitive in everything and I have to be the best at anything. You know what I mean? I enjoy covering fighting games, playing them, and yes, I get some competitive streaks in me from time to time, and I get angry if I lose a match online to bullshit. But certainly by no means am I like, oh god, I have to be the absolute best at Street Fighter, and I gotta talk trash, and I gotta fucking fight people in sets and be the best. I don't care. I really don't. And that's the bottom line, is I'd rather do other stuff. I've been there and done that. I've won tournaments. I've been there in the past as a top player, and I don't give a shit anymore. There's people who can't get it out of their blood. They're just that's their nature. It's really not my nature too much. So that's why when I play Street Fighter 5 now, it's fun. Don't get me wrong, but it seems like they really have made this game only for those who have that competitive streak, who are going to play the living shit out of the game, right? Every time you play online, you got to play against someone who's better than you, and it's like, some people don't care about that. Some people just want casual play and have fun. And right now, that's really not very possible with Street Fighter 5. Real talk, it's just not. Because of the way that they've designed the game. But I'm okay with that. I play it once a week. And, you know, I'm having fun with the game. But it's certainly nothing that I'm going to go crazy on. So, today's online session, you know, it's going to be about 3.5 hours of gameplay. Although I say that, and it really won't be because the matchmaking takes so goddamn long. It's probably more than likely going to end up being around 2 to 3 hours of gameplay if I can even get that in with the way the matchmaking works. But we'll see. And I'm going to be playing once again, and I know some people will have issue with this. I'm going to be playing once again with the characters who I feel I've done the best with, which are going to be Zangief, Ryu, and Rashid. Oh, excuse me. Ooh, excuse me. So yeah, you know, the bottom line is I could try to play online with other characters. I like Chun-Li actually intrigues me. I like Chun-Li. I've seen some pretty good combo ability and strategies with her, but how am I going to learn it when every match I play is someone double the ranking of me who's been playing with this one main character since the launch day? They're watching fucking tournament videos, they're playing offline and online, and they're all hardcore about the game, yeah! And I can't even get a chance to learn anything because you get destroyed by these fucking lockdown safe online strategies within 20 seconds of the fucking fight bell ringing. It's like, well, that was fun, wasn't it? So, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'll be playing with those 3 characters today, Zangief, Ryu, and Rashid, and doing as well as I can. And then we're going to give it a break. I'm not going to play Street Fighter V again until the DLC is released, whenever that may be. I mean, we're all assuming it's going to come out probably, you know, on a Tuesday. That's when release day is, although it's DLC, so maybe not. We're all assuming it's going to come out by the end of the month because that's what Capcom has promised. It might not. They could be full of crap. They very well could be full of crap. You know, none of us really have any control over that. We're at the whims of Capcom, right? We all paid $60 for the game a month ago, and we're all sitting on our butts waiting for the stuff that should have been in the game at launch. But whenever it releases, I will be covering it. The only exception will be if they decide to release it during a busy week. Like, for example, if they release it the first or second week of April, tough titties. Because I got more important stuff to do, like Quantum Break and Dark Souls 3. That stuff very much trumps, you know, anything that I would be doing in Street Fighter V at that point. But Capcom tends to not care. They live in a bubble because they think that anything regarding Street Fighter is like the most important thing. And let's be honest, for a lot of people who play this game, that's kind of the deal. You know, I've been there. I've been in the competitive scene where I only cared about Street Fighter. Nothing else mattered. And that's kind of how Capcom treats stuff. So, we'll see. We'll see how it goes, okay? So, hopefully around 3 to 3.5 hours of gameplay, depending on how long matchmaking takes today. As usual, I'll be uploading the matches to DSPGaming over the course of the week. I won't just flood the channel today with too many matches. I'll do some today and some over the course of the week for variety's sake. Tonight, I'm going to be doing a special a special video. I said that completely wrong. I'm going to be doing a special video, a 1-month retrospective on Street Fighter V. I'll talk about the things I like about the game and the things that I've learned about the game playing it over the past month that, you know, that pretty much seem like they're going to be long-standing for the life of the game. So, it'll be a fun video, a retrospective, where I'll be talking about different things about Street Fighter V, and I've definitely wanted to talk a little bit more about it besides just playing it online, and so I will. That'll be a special video I'm making tonight. That'll be going live on my YouTube channel, KO Gaming. That's youtube.com/KO Gaming 1. That's the channel where I do game reviews, first impressions videos, this kind of video, and also montages and stuff like that. Okay? Hold on, I need a sip of water here. Actually, hold on a second. Because I don't like the lighting in my office right now. I'm going to turn off my lamp, and it looks like if I open the blinds, there may be some nice natural light from outside. Let me fix that. Lamp's bothering my eyes. There we go. That's pretty good. Much better. Natural lighting is always better than you know, light bulbs. That's for sure. There we go. Now my eyes are stop bugging out. All right. So what else is going on? Not too much. You know, this week's going to be very busy. I've termed this week Combat Week. In the weekend preview last night, in which I explained how I'm going to be covering everything. Okay. And yeah, today we've got Street Fighter V. Tomorrow we've got UFC 2. Friday we've got the launch of Pokken Tournament, which quite honestly intrigues me very much. I'm very excited to see how this game's going to turn out. A fighting game with Pokemon. I don't know. It could go either way, right? Very intrigued to see how that's going to turn out. And we'll find out, obviously, this coming Friday. I'll be covering that over the weekend, basically. You know, several sessions of that. Get through. I've heard it has a kind of a single player league mode, and then you'd pair that with online gameplay, so that could be fun. A Nintendo fighting game. Huh. From the makers of Tekken, of all people, right? Nintendo fighting with combat from Tekken. Could be interesting. It would be nice if the new Tekken would ever release. Maybe they should stop working on Pokemon fighting games and make the new Tekken. The new Tekken's already out in arcades. Been out since, like, the middle of last year. Yet they haven't ported it yet for consoles. Pretty bizarre. What the hell's taking them so long? Well, we'll find out. We'll find out when they release it, when they finally release it, and we'll find out if Pokken Tournament's any good this coming Friday. Well, I'm going to get ready here to get started, everyone. I don't have too much else to talk about today. You know, everything I wanted to really discuss, I talked about in the weekend preview last night. So I certainly hope you'll check that out over on the King of Hate Vlogs. That's my vlogging channel. In addition, I did a reactions video to the Roadblock WWE event that came out Saturday night. That also released over on the King of Hate Vlog, so I hope you'll check that out. Outside of all that, let's just get the plugs out of the way, and then we'll get started, okay? So, plug number one. If you'd like to help me out, please check out the Amazon Associate link that is in the description of all of my streams and my on-demand videos on YouTube. You can use that link whenever you shop on Amazon.com. And it helps out, so please consider it. It's literally one click, and then you just shop as normal. So it's no skin off your back, okay? Number two. Patreon. What the hell? I just got an email. I'm not even kidding you. I just got an email titled Confessions of a Republican. The fuck is this? I get the weirdest spam email. Having a public email address for the past 7 years has been quite the odyssey. The amount of crazy spam I get is just insane. Anyway, getting back to the subject. Patreon.com/DarkSidePhil. Please consider pledging. Your pledges allow me to continue to do live streaming gameplay every day and do on-demand videos as well as my vlogging and edited content. All of that as a result of your pledges. And I thank you very much for those who have pledged. Basically, this month, 2 events are going to happen as a result of pledges. We're going to have the Patron's Choice playthrough starting sometime next week. We're also going to have a marathon at the end of the month of platforming classics. Pretty awesome, right? Pretty awesome. And right now, it looks like Conker's Bad Fur Day HD is going to win the votes, which means I'll probably be completing it, which is quite sweet, because I wanted to finish that game. Just haven't had a chance, because I've been so busy with everything else. If you pledge to my Patreon, you get personal perks as well as contribute to a large monthly goal. I'm actually in the process of planning out and finishing what the monthly goal will be for this month. That should be live, hopefully, by this weekend. Okay? So yeah, please consider it. Patreon.com/DarkSidePhil. And then, last but not least, consider checking out my girlfriend's business, The Black Current, at Etsy.com/shop/The Black Current, where you can get handmade glycerin soaps and wax tar melts. She just launched her spring line of products, and her business celebrated its 1-year anniversary, shipping to hundreds of customers worldwide, as well as hundreds and hundreds of items. Nothing but positive feedback. People love the stuff. Check it out. And there you have it. Gratuitous plugs out of the way, and we can begin with gameplay. Aren't you excited? I'm excited. I hope you're excited. I actually have a Mountain Dew Kickstart Recharge. This is the smaller can of energy drink that they sell. Blueberry pomegranate. It's a new flavor. It's okay. ugh, it's not great. It's okay. It's certainly better than other energy drink flavors. I really like the Mountain Dew Kickstarts, but I digress. Let's begin. Sound good? Fair enough? Is that alright? Is okay? Is that alright? Is that alright? Let's begin.